Yo, what's up guys? It's your boy Maurice here. We are back today for another video, and dude, in this video we're gonna be talking about someone special today, alright? And when I say someone special, it is a character I have literally only mentioned like one time. Dude, today we're gonna be talking about Future Gohan, and I just wanted to talk about why Future Gohan showed that he was him and why his death was just so impactful. Let's talk about it. So when we talk about Future Gohan, we also have to talk about the future, the timeline that he and Trunks came from. So in their timeline, things went a lot different. And for those who don't know, I'll just give you a quick rundown. Now, in their timeline, Goku died of the heart virus and the androids pretty much decimated the Earth. They pretty much just had the Earth living in fear. And they were very, very evil compared to their main timeline counterparts. And yeah, Trunks and Gohan pretty much grew up in fear, and they had to pretty much fend for themselves because, keep in mind, Goku was dead, Vegeta was dead, Tenshinhan, Yamcha, Krillin, dude, they were all dead, right? And so, yeah, they pretty much had to fend for themselves, and let's just say they didn't really do too well on that. So Future Gohan's first appearance was when Trunks was fighting the androids at the carnival, and Gohan pretty much saved Trunks, and he saved him just in the nick of time, dude. Like, dude, if Gohan was even 0.5 seconds late, Trunks would be dead, right? So he saved Trunks and he came in clutch, and this is where we get to see just how good Gohan was, and we get to see that he really is Goku's son, right? And so in this fight, we actually get to see that Gohan can somewhat hold his own against them, and I say somewhat because it's like kind of heavily implied that both of the androids were holding back the entire time they were fighting them, but still, the fact that Gohan was even able to get in a few hits on them at all, that honestly just speaks volumes, right? So yeah, during this fight he tried his best, both him and Trunks, and there were multiple times in the fight where Gohan had to actually save Trunks because obviously Trunks being new to this, he does not know how to handle himself well, and so Gohan had to step in and save him a few times. And towards the end of the fight, this is where the androids, they pretty much say, alright, fuck this, we're tired, we're just gonna kill both of you. And so right after this, they blow up the theme park, and this causes Gohan's arm to fall off. Like, dude, they caused a massive explosion, right? So at this point, Gohan's arm was completely gone, right? And he was severely handicapped. And so after this, we have a little time cut, and Trunks takes Gohan to Bulma to get his arm patched up, and honestly, it's kind of sad because in this timeline, there's really nothing they can do for Gohan's arm, right? Because normally they would just take a sensu bean and then Gohan's arm would just come back, right? But since it's heavily implied that Korin's tower was also taken over by the androids, there are no more sensu beans, and so Trunks has to rely on Bulma's very limited medical technology to heal him, and obviously it's not enough to make his arm come back. So from this point on, Gohan has only one arm, and after this he takes on a mentorship role for Trunks. And so shortly after this, we have a little, I guess, like training sequence where we have Gohan teaching Trunks how to fight, and he's pretty much teaching Trunks the basics, right? And at first, it looks like Trunks is struggling, but then after a while, he starts to get it, right? And so this is where we have another time cut, and we cut to Gohan and Trunks sitting on a mountain, right? And they're just watching the city from where they are, and so they're talking, and while they're talking, this is where they see that a massive explosion goes on in the city, and this is where Gohan and Trunks pretty much get ready for action, right? And Trunks was actually really excited to go because he wanted to see how far he's come And this is where Gohan pretty much tells Trunks like, no, dude, you are going to stay here and you're not going to do anything, right? And Trunks kind of gets mad at him, and so Gohan, he I guess, like, you know, he's like, all right, fine, whatever, you can come with me. And then when Trunks has his back turned, this is where Gohan knocks him out, and he has Trunks laid out on the floor, right? So while Trunks is laid out on the floor asleep, this is where Gohan, he flies over to the action and he confronts the androids by himself because he simply did not want Trunks to get hurt. And so when Gohan makes it to the battlefield, right, he sees the androids and he confronts them. And this is where the androids pretty much kind of change their demeanor, because before they were really trying to play with Gohan and Trunks, and they weren't trying to kill them because, you know, quite frankly, they were the only ones left on Earth who would give them any sort of challenge. And so at first they didn't want to kill them, and then as soon as Gohan showed up, this is where their attitude kind of changed, and they pretty much told Gohan like, all right, we're done with you. We do not want to play this little game with you anymore. This whole time we've been holding back, and now we're going to take it serious. So I hope you're ready. And you know, Gohan obviously, you know, he was like, oh crap. And let's just say the androids were not lying, bro. This was not cap. They showed Gohan just how much they were holding back. And dude, they double teamed him, and honestly, bro, it was really sad because Gohan, he really tried to put up a fight, but you know, it was obvious that both 17 and 18 were just way above him. And so, you know, as much as he tried, he died in the end. And this is where we actually cut to Trunks waking up, and at first he's confused because obviously he didn't know what happened. And so he sees that the city in front of him is a wreck, and he notices that Gohan is nowhere to be found. So obviously he puts two and two together, so he flies over to the scene, right? And he looks for any sign of Gohan, and this is actually where he finds Gohan's body. And this is where we get a really emotional scene with Trunks transforming into a Super Saiyan for the first time. This honestly is one of the best scenes in the show. And this right here is the moment where Trunks realized that he had to do something about his current situation, you know, because fighting the androids over and over again really isn't going to help him at all, and he doesn't have the power to just, you know, overpower them. So he realized that he had to get help, and the only way to get that help is to go back in time and save everybody that died, right? So, you know, after this is where Trunks and Bulma pretty much hatch a plan to make a time machine and go back in time and save everybody. And I actually made a video about that. I actually made a video about Trunks going back in time and confronting Frieza and pretty much, you know, starting the whole event of saving that timeline. So if you want to go watch that video, please be my guest. But yeah, honestly, I just wanted to make this video because I just wanted to talk about how badass of a character Future Gohan is. Seriously, bro. He does not get talked about enough, and I just wanted to talk about bro because quite frankly he deserves it. Dude, I am glazing so hard right now, but quite frankly Future Gohan deserves to be glazed. Alright, pause. Like, dude, bro, not only that, Future Gohan is very important to pretty much everything about Dragon Ball. Without Future Gohan, Future Trunks, you know, number one, Future Trunks would not be alive, and if Future Trunks was not alive, we would not have the current timeline we have in Dragon Ball. You know, the whole reason that Trunks was even able to go back in time is because Gohan sacrificed his life that day. And because of that, Trunks was able to walk away and he didn't die, and because of this, Trunks and Bulma were able to build a time machine to go back in time and save our current timeline. And because of that, that is why Future Gohan is the most important character in all of Dragon Ball. Dude, I don't care how important Bardock was. I don't care how important Goku. Dude, no. Future Gohan is the most important character in the franchise, like ever. All right. Nah, but you know, seriously, that's the end of my video. If you guys like this video, please be sure to leave a like, comment, and subscribe, as it helps grow the channel. And yes, with that, I will see you guys in the next video. I will see you guys later. Peace.